Next, what we have to do is now we have this block section on our page, front page, but this is kind of hard coded. So we want to fetch this from our backend WordPress dashboard, which means the posts that are present here, we want to fetch them and show it on our front end. In order to do that, WordPress provides a way to query from our front end to this dashboard and fetch all these posts. And for that, WordPress provides us with a class called WP query. So let's go ahead and use that on our front page.php file and try to see how we will be able to get the posts, blog post, and show it to the user. So if we go here, so this is the section where we have this blog post. So this is the row and this is the div. So this is div 1 and this is the section which is getting repeated. So if I go to the top, let me remove one and this is the another one. So we have one for now. So this is our post. So if I save it and reload, I should only see one. Alright, now we have to repeat this with number 2 times based on the number of posts available. So let's go ahead and first write the code to fetch the blog post from our WordPress dashboard. So let's go ahead and write PHP and write some code here. So what happens is the WP query class takes few arguments that we want to pass to our query. So let's go ahead and have a look. So WP query, just type this and we will get the documentation for it. So here if we see this WP query, this is standard loop. So it is, we are doing a query and it is taking some arguments. But these arguments can be quite extensive. So here we have found post, number of posts, post ID. A lot of things can be passed in the query. So this is taking an array. So we can also just say that display the post only by that particular author ID or the user who is currently logged in. So, and here we can see excluding the post from that author. So a lot of things can be done, and we can also pass parameters like show me all the posts with the particular category. So if you see, this is the category and you can show it. And here you can also show display post based on the category slug with all the posts belonging to that category. So a lot can be done. So let's go ahead and take this and keep it for our reference in our documentation or the link, quick links. So save it. For us, it is going to be a simple one. So we need to fetch the blog post. So what I will say, uh, dollar, that's how we create variable. So we say blog arguments equal to, this is just an array we are creating, and this in this array we are going to pass first is post type. So what type of post we want to fetch? Because the WordPress dashboard can have many types of posts, we can also have our own post type that we will look in some time. And then how many posts we want to fetch. So we have to say posts per page. And in our layout in the UI, we have to show only two posts per page. If you see this, we have to show only two posts, one here, one here. So we will only fetch two. So let's say I want to see the document. So I can say post underscore type, what it does. So it says display posts tagged with Bob and under people custom taxonomy. So we can also write query like this. We can go ahead and have as much complex queries as we want. But if you want to go very simple, so here we have post type, which is post, and we can also say post in, post not in, those kind of things we can say. So now we go to our code again, and here we have the arguments ready. So now we will create an instance of posts that we will fetch. So new WP query. This is a class which is coming from Wordpress core. So now we will pass the arguments array to this. So dollar paste. Next thing is whatever will be the number of posts, we need to loop through it. So for that we will use a while loop, while, and we'll say dollar posts. But we have to first check if the post has any post item or it's just an empty one. So this is how we can do that. Have post function. We can call the have posts function, and if there are any post, we will get that. Otherwise, it will be empty. And next thing is here, if we want to fetch each post detail, like every post has a title, description. In order to fetch those items and also the post link that we are seeing here, in order to fetch those items, we need to call one function first. So we have to say dollar posts, and then we can say the post. So now we have this. What we will do is we want to repeat this particular section, this div. Hence, we are not going to close our div here or the while loop here. Rather, we will close it after this div, because then this div will be part of our loop. So if you want to write any PHP statement, we have to put this and inside a PHP tag. All right, let's go ahead and refresh our page. So we see there are two items identically repeated. So now they are identical, showing the same data, because what they are showing is the hard-coded version of this information. But in the next video, we are going to now replace this information with a dynamic value that is coming from the WordPress dashboard via the WP query. So let's continue this in the next video.